like doing a little bit of a survival-themed run today. Because although, maybe like a little bit of tactics? I mean, I even threw on the green uniform, but I don't know. If I got the right sort of chops to use a shrapnel axe to go melee tactics, I think that there's something, that could be fun with this. I've been meaning to do a lot more stuff with the shrapnel axe recently, and really the main reason that I was going to go with survival this time was because I want to do a little bit more, work on my Parry King gameplay. I also think that compared to a lot of runs, that doing survival is probably one of the smoother runs that you can possibly have. You don't really have to worry too much about HP, and there's a couple more options as far as getting rid of some of your malaise points go. But if fate conspires to give me a melee type of build, with tactics no less, I don't know, maybe I can make this work. Maybe my dream of a smooth run, a run featuring Santana and Rob the Bobber Thomas, who has like 20 matchsticks or whatever, is not yet out of reach. Especially because I do really like Thunder Shield. It's good damage, it is a shield. It's like there's stuff to it. And also the way that, you see, at very first area already got 8 in my tactics stats. You can become very powerful very quickly, even if you're... I couldn't quite get it. Even if your health might suffer a little bit in the meantime. I don't know, aside from that, also picking up Lacerating Aura, I'm liking the look of that immediately, just because that's something a little bit different than the usual fare of... than my usual fare of just taking turrets over and over. It's been a time since I've used Lacerating Aura, but it does give you a lot of good regen and everything like that. You can take him out with a shield. Additionally, one of the things that I might be able to try out in this run is doing, like, just holding up the shield and trying to, avoid taking too much damage or malaise while I have turrets, or maybe even an Aura of Laceration going on. I like the looks. I like the look of this at the start. I think that it's going to take a little bit longer into the run for me to make any sort of smooth or not pronunciations, announcements, declarations. Wow, that word took me a second to remember what it was. And I don't know, we'll see at that point. In the meantime, it's like, it has still been quite rough in the world of... That was actually pretty great. But it still has been quite rough in the world of trying to get 5-cell runs down. I mean, as much as I would like to say that I'm, really getting used to it, really starting to consistently get the difficulty that's being thrown down, especially with the new enemies and everything like that, it just has not quite been falling into place. Now, part of that might be because I'm not really doing custom mode. After all, I do really think that the current landscape of the game is built that you are supposed to be using custom mode, and I adamantly refuse on that for whatever reason. But, I mean, I also think that this does promote you getting good with all kinds of weapons. It's not just the same thing over and over, and variety is the spice of life. If you are having maybe... I don't even know why I went for this. I would want a shrapnel axe if I was going to take anything. And there we... Oh, you... Oh, this is... Ugh. Man, it's a good thing that I saw the... It's a good thing that I saw that enemy about to be attacking me, because otherwise that could have turned out significantly worse. And as much as I don't really like getting rid of gold as well as a cell, I do like having... Yeah, I'll take this. I do like having the survival just on a health basis alone right now. I don't know. We'll just see over time. I like how this is looking. I think I'm going to keep going with my Aura of Laceration for right now. Good regen value, hits in a really huge area. If I take Hunter's Instinct after this, pretty much anytime I see a big old group of kamikaze bats, I'll be able to almost instantly have it get right back up. So, we'll see. Aside from that, also just going to be doing the regular route today. Not going to be worried about the more hardcore one, because that would... Look, I had a hard enough time with that last time. I'd rather not relive that experience just yet. Just yet. Give it at least a minute here. Minus 25% damage, obviously also going to be quite nice. So Hunter's Instinct, 1.3 seconds. It's like Lacerating Aura. All I need to do is kill like 8 enemies or so, which is not even as unlikely as you might think it is. Although I am not using a ranged weapon as I normally would be for a tactics run, and that might kind of have me singing a different tune soon enough. We'll see. Frankly, as long as I can get to, what, like the castle or something, I'm going to be happy with this run, because that means that I'm doing better than I did last time. Enough to count it as a smooth run? I don't know. I mean, after all, that box elite definitely did not say smooth run to me. It did not say that it was just like the ocean under the moon. Same as the emotion that I get from you. Oh, that was close. You know, it's not like I really hate Smooth as a song all that much. It's just every single time I think of it, I just feel like that was the most popular song for like an entire decade. Could not get away from that even if you tried. And, you know, time, age has kind of made me rethink it a little bit. And hey, it's got some of those sweet Santana licks and everything like that. Rob, Matchstick Man, it's like, that's very memorable lyrics, very easy to memorize and everything like that. It's a good song. It's just, I don't know. It reminds me a lot of like back in kindergarten or something when my mom would pack me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch every single day. And it's like, I like peanut butter and jelly. I would say definitely a sandwich that I indulge in a lot these days. It's very easy to make, very delicious. But there was like a good 6 or 7 years, I want to say, that just like even smelling peanut butter and or jelly would make me ill. And I feel like that's kind of what it was like for Smooth there. Even as much as now I feel so much different on that. Oh god, I would really like that Swift Sword. It's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Which is too bad, too bad. I mean, really, it was also kind of a renaissance for Santana's career, who, you know, had a bunch of big hits in the 70s, like Abraxas, which is a fantastic album. It's the one with Oya Como Va on it. Probably my favorite song that he's done. So I can appreciate it, you know, if nothing else, giving him a lot more money. I don't know. At the same time, I'm going to get rid of the Lacerating Aura. This is just way better. It's just, I don't know. Feel like it was something getting too popular. It's ridiculous, but at the same time, I guess it is something that, I mean, if you have to ask the internet, that's what happens all the time. Things are good, and then they become popular. All right, well, anyway, apparently I had a lot of feelings on the song Smooth by Santana, but I finally got those out there, and we can never speak of it again, apparently. Oh, God. But this is exactly where the Lacerating Aura would be most useful. I've been a fool. Okay, that works, too. See, this is why it's always good to have a little bit of heavy turret action right now, because this thing is so ridiculously powerful that it's killing enemies before I even have a chance to attack them. Oh man, I just noticed right now I am on 50 kills. That is how effective this run has been so far. And I'm allegedly using I'm allegedly main-handing a melee weapon here, so I think that's all you need to say. Enough said, as Stan Lee would say. Something about like the Hulk and Spider-Man. Smilin' Stan, the editorial. Let's go. 2 enemies left. I'm not even going to try to screw around with the amount of bombardiers that I've been encountering there, but at the same time, it also wouldn't be the worst idea. And I do think that, as much as I've been kind of trying to avoid it lately, I am actually going to hit up the prison depths this time, just to... All right, there's 60, and we're good. Now, I'm going to hit up the prison depths this time just to try to get the maximum amount of stats here. This might not be another short episode, but at least I can extend it by one extra zone, even if I don't get past the, you know, like the first boss. There we are, and... God, I love the Thunder Shield. The only thing that I would really like is if the... Also, I'll take this, hell yeah. The only thing I would really like with the Thunder Shield is if it could actually get some affixes that would give it extra damage. Like an actual proper weapon, like getting 100% on a poison target, or, you know, 100% damage given and taken. That could be a genuinely great get at some points in the game. For example, if you're working with like a heavy... well, I already got the 60 kills, whatever. If you're working with like a heavy regen build, you're using survival, everything like that, I could see that as being just like, you can just sit in a corner, hold this out. Even taking 2 times damage, you will probably be able to take down most bosses or elites before they're able to do anything to you. That would be incredible. But I also think that... Careful. And good. Alright, not perfect, but I would say pretty alright. But yeah, it's like a... I do think that there are certainly items that have appeared thus far in the game, or shields that have appeared thus far in the game, something like the Spike Shield, for example, which would really benefit from the entire idea of having, like, attacking affixes on it. Spike Shield and Punishment are really the ones that mostly come to mind. And although something like the Blood Shield kind of gets that, those ones don't, so maybe that's sort of the precedent that they were working with before, which is why they don't want to give that to this. Maybe it's all. Maybe the reason that they feel maybe the reason Motion Twin feels confident in giving it the high stats that it has, I might actually take that, are entirely because they. Do I want to though? Yes. Too late. It's already done. Are entirely because you don't have those sort of crazy affixes on there. Who knows? I'm going to take this for the gold as well as the cell. As much as I like having as many damage stats as possible, I do think that it's just going to be important to get that money, to get that cashola, as you like to say. Still at 3 points of malaise, not great, not terrible either. It's the sort of thing that I could see myself, even if I was going like, I had more than this in the previous run that I was doing with a little bit of tactics work. I also thought that there was going to be some sort of teleporter around here. Yeah, it did not happen in the way that I thought it would. You know what? I'm betting that if I went to the right of the prison depths exit, like just a little bit, probably would have ran directly into a teleporter. Oh, well, that's how it goes sometimes, though. You can't always win them, I guess. I mean, you know me, I've always been, like, big fan of using any sort of quick teleport type of thing. And I always see people online when they're just talking about, like, hey, I like playing the Elder Scrolls games or whatever without fast travel so I can experience the game or anything like that. And I always take, like, the complete opposite idea. Hey, I want to get places as fast as possible and not just spend time walking around and maybe occasionally fighting wolves, which is usually what you kind of end up doing in those games more often than not. I think, like, it was a article for The Witcher 3 or something that I saw that somebody said, like, oh, I turned off quest markers as soon as possible. And I'm like, are you crazy? This game is already like 300 hours long. I get that you might want to extend the experience just because it's so good, but man, I gotta get back to that game eventually. Do I want to? No, I want to keep the... I like what I'm working with right now. I gotta get back to The Witcher 3. I played Witcher 1, Witcher 2 last year, or was that in 2017? I don't remember. And then I kind of stopped at the third one because I'm like, well, I don't want to completely forsake the channel entirely so I can go play that game, but it's still kind of a daunting task to even think of getting into, even though I did just, spend 60 hours on Baba Is You, beating that game fully. I guess I am making a series out of it, but that's more of an excuse than anything else, isn't it? Alright, just a little bit more here should be fine. Got the 60 kills, and then after I go through the prison depths, I can't get any more, like, you don't get any benefit after going through that area. And there we go. I'm really not entirely sure what was happening there, because what I was trying to do was hold up the shield to... doesn't matter, and I will actually take this, because survival is no longer much of an issue. See, and you thought I was crazy for the sort of shenanigans that I was pulling there, and as it turns out, I was the only sane person in the room. Yeah, I don't know, it seemed like when I was trying to put up the shield, like I was rolling instead or something. Oh, come on. Why did he teleport in front of me? I was going to turn around and hit him with the shield, and I was going to look like the coolest guy ever. Why are you taking that away from the game? And bam, and shield. Yeah, the one thing that you can get as far as a little bit of damage increasing on the shield, I'm betting, is probably through using a wolf trap like this. Yes, I think? I think that it just applies the extra damage. It's doing 445 DPS. It applies that on the hit that the shield is otherwise doing. Sort of like how it works with damage over time buffs. I forgot that I didn't actually get the teleporter there. Oh well. Might be worth re-rolling this trap just a little bit to get 100% on poison damage. So then when I throw down both the trap and the heavy turret, I'd be able to kind of like double dip as far as damage goes. And like I always say, when it comes to high cell difficulty, or really any difficulty, I mean, it's not like high level tactics don't work on lower cell modes. There it is. It's like you want to diversify your damage. You want to have multiple things be doing damage at all points in time, which is usually why I don't really like carrying around like a tonic or something like that. Because as good as you lose out on that 75% damage reduction, but it's worth it, man. Yeah, because as much as something like a tonic would be really nice to have, you know, for just healing, survivability, everything like that, it doesn't really increase your damage at all. That's a slot that could be used for so many more, and occasionally more important things. Parting Gift wouldn't be too bad if I was going to be pairing a lot of the Arbiter stuff. I think support's overall going to give me a lot more damage, though. So what do we got? Don't want to go too much with the re-rolling, so I think this will be fine. Volley of arrows is going to be almost entirely useless. Bleeding, poisoned. Well, the poison is going to be the big thing. And I also get more health out of that, too. So, hey, not the worst thing. Maybe. We'll see if I'm getting one-shot by the enemies in here. That's always how it generally goes. Of course, if I'm playing this safe enough, i.e., there you are. It's like I knew that the second I'm like, hey, if I'm playing this safe enough, I'll probably be totally fine, and there's the Arbiter. Okay, definitely gonna want to upgrade the Shrapnel Axe or something, get something else maybe. Colorless weaponry, who knows? Yeah, almost got me. So I got that shield there. It's just an instant get out of jail free card as long as you can react fast enough, and that's. Well, I mean, so is like dodging in that sense too. Oh man, that probably would have taken him on one hit. Because the last hit on this combo here is this one is just very powerful and will take out most low-level enemies almost instantaneously. Heyo. Been saying that a lot too. Come Oh, you got me. Guess I can't be too disappointed in that. Oh, nice. The gold key. That's number one thing that I need here right now. Number two thing is going to... Okay, that works. Number two thing is going to be getting the cursed chest. And I'm probably not going to take that in this area. I'm going to take that in the next area. I'm going to take that before I go into the next area. The Itaal area, I guess, because I don't feel confident enough in my abilities to deal with anything else as of right now. Why does everything giving me... Okay. Okay, and then try not to get the... whatever the reward is into the drink there. Okay. Yep, I don't really feel confident going into the sewers as of right now. Also, I'm still, like, not quite giving up the habit of collecting cells, even though during my last stream, I have now gotten 100% complete with the forge. So, entirely done on that front, which is great. There's the curse chest. Go in and get that a little bit later. All right. Not quite, but here I should be able to... Oh, it doesn't even matter. He's already dead. I was hoping for a little bit of food. And just hit that right in there. Definitely something I've been trying to do a lot more, which is parry. If I'm going to be using shields, I might as well be going full on with shields. So I've been attempting to parry back bombs anytime I see those as of recent. All right, the more important thing is probably watching out for all that other stuff that you saw right there. Goading the dude into the turret also helps as well. We're going to do that, and we're going to do down, and one more. There we are. Oh. I was like, hey, where's there a hammer attacking me here? Apparently it didn't see me, it just saw the turret? Whatever. Hey. And also, you all, too. I don't want to accidentally go through this hallway and encounter all these things after I get cursed, which would be... I mean, maybe not tremendously difficult to deal with, but I am still only working with a Shrapnel Axe VI, or... Oh, boy. And we're just going to do this. And... As always, get a lot of help just wildly swinging around. Wow, 40% damage. That's really good. Unfortunately, obviously not really of a useful variety as of right now. So dump it. At least get a lot of gold from it, if nothing else. Then there is this area down here, but in my experience, every single time you see one of those pits, it immediately leads you into an arbiter area, and that is not optimal. Man, those turrets are, ain't doing me bad now, are they? Right? Careful, careful. Did he not see me? Oh, come on, dude. There we go. Oh, of course, he's got one of the more powerful affixes. Thankfully, the shrapnel worked out well until I got hit by the thing anyway. Teleporting, man, that's how it goes sometimes. Not worth it. Should go without saying. That's not a secret area. Almost every single time you see that area looking like that, there's a little bit of a secret up on the ceiling. I'm surprised that wasn't the case here. Okay, number one, before I even do anything else. Heyo. All right. So I don't accidentally get sniped the second that I walk out that door. What do you got? I'm going to do it. This might be a bad idea, but it's like... I mean, if they're just going to give it to me, I'm going to take it. I mean, I don't always choose what the game gives... look forward next time to when I put a ban on using heavy turrets in tactics runs, I guess. I would like to say that this isn't quite the traditional sort of tactics run, all things considered. And parry, and we're good. Yeah, that was kind of scary. But yeah, this isn't really the traditional sort of tactics run. It's a lot more of a melee-focused one. So, you know, it's something unusual. Yeah, gotta watch out. Almost got me there again. I love you know, once you actually get the parry game down, it is a very, very satisfying experience where you can just look at an enemy and be like, hey, and just parry every single one of their attacks. You know, freak out for a second and then just have it completely under control. Hokuto's bow would be quite nice. I want to stick with the shield for right now. I think if I could possibly get a key right now, it would almost certainly go to getting that tonic. Although I don't really think that's going to be too much of an issue because I don't have alienation, I don't have dead inside, I don't have anything that would prevent me from healing with food, and I'll be getting more than enough food in the next area to kind of cover any issues that I might run into, potentially. We'll see. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to... You gonna do it? No, okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab the curse chest, and then I'm going to get out of here. And bam, and done. Legendary boomerang. Worth it? No. However, I do still need to go through here regardless. You still need to go through here regardless to actually get to the... Nice. The way out. No, they're not really making this easy now, are they? Oh, good. And there I can get the tonic that I was looking for. Ah! Just roll out of here. Roll out. And it doesn't even have a good enough affix to really justify taking it right now, so I do not feel bad in any way about leaving that thing behind. I was really hoping it was going to be a melee weapon, because as much as I like the shrapnel axe, as much as I think the shrapnel axe has been working well for me here, it is about time to be switching it up. And it would be... I'd like to say that a colorless item at this point would be about the same level of damage as... You know, like about the same... it would be a 4++, or it will be like a 6++, which is the equivalent of a 4S. Much, much nicer already. All right, let's continue with this. Good 2 extra stats. Got an upgrade for one of my items here. I'd say that overall, a fairly successful area. I mean, I think I got out of there with, what, 1 more point of malaise, but full health, so I can deal with that. Parting gift would be nice. I'm going to take extended healing. Not even just for... I mean, not for the damage. Not even for the malaise. But for the fact that I get 85% heal. So that if I run into any trouble where I am very, very low on health, I can immediately get back to nearly full. Which is one of those things that I think is always very useful when it comes to... Always very useful when it comes to especially a run like this. Kind of want to check out what's down there, but if there's like a shocker or something, that would be very bad. Teleported with its back to me. Well, alright, maybe I can get the survival-based run that I was looking to get anyway. Are you kidding me? Oh, man. Come on. Okay, well... You know what? I'm cutting out that previous run entirely. We're doing a 3rd run, but the 2nd one is going to go unseen. Sight unseen, sight unheard. And we're going to do it survival again, and it's going to be good, and it's going to have blackjack and hookers and everything. We're just going to go, and we're going to make this a good run. We're going to have a good time, okay? Oh, God. It's like it is the curse of... All right, that was cool. It is, you know, it's the whole, like, desire that I got to try to have good runs here. I always kind of fall into the same trap where I'm like, oh, but it's not good enough to make for a video. I want to have just, like, the perfect, flawless run every single time, which is why I edited them all together like that. But at the same time, it's also like, you know, you can't... If I keep trying to do that, it's going to take forever to put out even a single episode of Dead Cells here. So, cut that out, is basically what I'm saying. Cut that sort of line of thinking out. All right, give me a good weapon here. Well, you would have been good in the first run, but didn't really show up now. Left me working with the shrapnel axe. And yes, a build that did get me killed, to be fair, but, you know. I said you know like I was going to have something else to say there. Hello, Dolly. And bam, bam, bam. Okay, I do like the giant killer. I am happy to see the giant killer. And I feel like I'm going to get a lot of use. This is going to be a quite fruitful relationship here. Me and you, giant killery. That worked out. Kind of. Ah, well, at least I can get the 2-minute door. Didn't quite get the 30 kill door, but I also didn't really expect to get the 30 kill door. What do we got? Gonna be rushing it. Sure. And that'll work out for the build that I'm looking for here. Because one of the frustrating things with survival weapons is that aside from shields, you generally tend not to get with survival, all survival stats on your equipment. And that makes a big difference as far as damage goes. It is a real problem. However, you know, grabbing stuff like that necklace is going to help to a certain extent. We'll see. We'll see kind of in the long run how it goes. But aside from that, I'm thinking that it's like we're going to take a normally slow, pensive type of run, i.e. survival, and we are going to kick it into overdrive. I managed to not get hit there. Good. I was worried for a second, I'll admit. Bam, and let's at least kind of see what this is. As much as I do like the giant killer, I feel like it might be a little bit not amazing on, like, base damage or something. And the problem is that as soon as I get to a... Did I see a challenge rift up here? No, I thought it did, but no. It's like, it might be good against, like, a... elite, for example, but then as soon as you run into like the damage cap eventually, you know, getting enough points of survival for that to happen, it's going to just like lose out on a lot of its like the good stuff that it has to offer. Potentially. Also, that's freaking survival scaling doesn't give me any survival stats. There was that short time there where survival weapons were only survival scaling, guaranteeing it so that if you got an S-ranked one, you would always have... I don't think it's good enough. You would always have a two stats on each one, which would be fantastic, but also no longer the case. I kind of like that change, but I can also see why people, you know, if you're working with a brutality build, you want to use something like a shovel, you want to use a symmetrical lance, you want some of those good mutation slots being used up by some of your brutality stuff. I can understand why you wouldn't really be too keen on it, but at the same time, I also like quite a bit. I don't know, that's just a personal preference. That I love putting all of my eggs in one basket, getting everything into a single stat, and like a shovel that's only survival scaling, that helped out a lot with that. And... alright. You know, if you go fast enough, enemies can't hit you. Words of advice. Of course, that does put you in some awkward positions occasionally, but sometimes it just means that you're getting out of battles that would otherwise do a lot of bad for you. War Spear, alright. I don't know. I think I'm going to stick with what I got right now. Keep some of the money lest I start losing a whole bunch of my potion charges and everything like that. Because the route that I'm planning to go for is going to be mostly filled with... well, would have liked to seen that in the last run or something, but yeah, might need to buy some potion charges is what I'm thinking. I'm not going to go the prison depths this time, just in, well, the interest of keeping this run under roughly 50 million years, but that generally doesn't always... but, you know, skipping an area like that generally doesn't always translate into a fast run. Sometimes it just translates into a run that's long in a different way, or long before because I'm doing another run on top of this. Hard to say, really. I'm going to attack you because I know I'm going to be getting rid of some tactic scaling stuff pretty quick. Sooner than later, certainly. Right? Come on, come on. This is pretty much as many stats as I can find with as many few enemies as I can fight. The name of the game. 100% reason to remember the name of the game. Well, that was close, but I was okay. don't really need to go in here. I have everything that cells can buy at this point in time. So it's not really like it's going to be giving me any real advantage to get up the 2-cell door. You get extra cells. All right. All right. I mean, enemies don't attack you in here. The clock isn't running while I'm in here. Why not just do it? I also feel like when it comes to when I'm starting to rush through these areas, that you would think that I would be, it wouldn't be too bad. You would think that I would actually be like very much not getting the like enemy kill doors and everything like that as I'm rushing, but there are so many enemies around here that are chasing me and everything like that. A bunch of bats everywhere that I'm able to fight or have take care of themselves, that I actually do kind of tend to get kind of close to the kill count anyway. 20 off, for example, might be a little worth it to go for. This may also be folly, and, you know, hubris begets a fall and all that, but I'm going to give it an attempt anyway. Just because, you know, I got the opportunity. Now, didn't this also happen in the previous run, and I eventually deemed it a huge mistake? Well, we'll see. I guess, is what I'm saying. Is this really kind of going against the entire tenets of having a smooth run that I was going for in the first place? Perhaps. But, like, I might get both of the doors in this upcoming area, which would be fantastic, if you were to ask me. Bam. I always want to try to get that final... Hi. I always want to try to get that final hit there. Yeah, that victims slow down enemies nearby when they die is... This kind of feels like a questionable... Always kind of feels like a little bit of a questionable type of affix to get. Because it just always feels like that's going to slow down enemies just enough so that I miss the parry or something like that, which I'm fairly certain has happened already. More than a few times, I would like to say. I said I just need one more enemy kill. That can just be a bat or something. Chick? Chick? I don't know what that sound was, but that was like the sound of me kind of freaking out for a second as I was worried that you who's now been deceased by way of my shield, was going to hit me. Rampart might not be the highest damaging shield in the game, but the utility that it gives you alone is you know, that juice is worth the squeeze. Which is always why I think that of the many shields in the game, that one, you know, it sort of reminds me of how I thought of Ice Bow back in the day, where Ice Bow was a great weapon for any build, regardless of the fact that it only scaled with tactics. Just because it, you know what, screw it. Not really getting too much use out of that anyway, so this has equivalent stats and gives me a little bit of poison synergy as well as a minimal amount of damage, but a maximal amount of stun time on enemies, so it's worth it. Well, yeah, now I think that Rampart kind of works in the same way, where if you can nail a parry, it's like it doesn't matter what your every other one of your weapons scales with, it's still worthwhile. Or, a little bit more recently, also, Temporal Distortion was like that. Rest in peace, you great, maybe perhaps greatest weapon in the entire game. So good that they had to just straight up remove it. Which is unfortunate, but that's how the cookie crumbles. Alright, alienation, because I'm planning to get cursed again. Good idea? No. But it is also something that... It's like if there's one thing that just affords you so much damage in this... How did I get hit there? Now that was just... There's one thing that affords you just so much damage in these runs. It's, Getting as many stats as possible through curse chests. Also, maybe some great weaponry, too. Who knows? Maybe I'll find a colorless... Oh, okay. You know, be able to replace my turret with a colorless turret or something. That would be great. I'm not expecting that to be a thing, but we'll see. And in the meantime, you are going to be dealt with shields. Because I ain't gonna die. At least as embarrassing as I did last time. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna take it. Take it for tons and tons of health. It's like, might not have nailed that parry on last time quite perfect, but I nailed it well enough to... Alright. I nailed it well enough to not take melee's damage, and that's more of the issue. Right. Enemies killed, get slowed down, and all that. Let's do it. Now, what's the actual damage I'm getting off Giant Killer? Oh, it's only 5S, which is not amazing. Gonna have to switch that out soon. I was kind of feeling like the damage was maybe lagging a little bit behind when I was fighting that elite, which this should allegedly be the exact sort of weapon that you want to take into a fight like that. But when it's this low, maybe something like you would be a little bit better. Now, I want to go for more melee weapons right now, but I do think that it's like this is something that I use infrequently enough, the repeater crossbow, that I can really justify taking it and using it anyway. Yeah, do it. Hit me. I got Rampart invincibility. Oh, and I still got hit there anyway. There. Well, it wasn't the best, but I can deal. Come on, give me something good. Okay, has every single elite that I fought at this point in time all been the exact same? There's all been the exact same one that has, like, some form of electric thing. It's like no, like, damage field guys or anything like that. Instead of all this annoying, whatever. There. Man. All right. I'm going to take this, but I think, like, Dead Inside will be useful a little bit later on, but I'm definitely going to need some cough syrup ASAP. That's a non-negotiable point as of right now. Unfortunately, this is one of the gigantic areas inside of this area, so I have no idea where the actual store is, because there could not be any more enemies or like a larger area or anything like that around here. Oh, there it is! Finally. And come on. Oh, God. Not the best run. Of course, this is one of the big things when it comes to, working with... This is one of the big things when it comes to working with doing a normal mode run. You don't always get the best sort of options as far as, well, anything goes. And in fact, more often than not, you're going to have some of the worst options, because the game's just not really giving you too much of anything to work with as of just yet. Maybe now? No. All right. I'm going to say that the reason why I'm taking so much damage is because I'm not rushing. That's right. I don't care what you have to say. This is what I have decided. And I do think that the ability to go invisible, even for just a second, is going to pay a lot of dividends as of right now. Give me something. Honestly, I'm looking at this right now, and I'm like, 73,000, I would rather just go buy a... another flask charge and then just get rid of a bunch of my melees right now, because as it is, that ain't worth it. Might consider invisibility on a necklace to be overpowered, but I'd like to say that having a 20-second cooldown, not nearly as bad. All right, just get rid of you right now, so that when I do get cursed, I don't have to deal with that eventually. This sort of eventuality that I know that I will have to deal with when the time comes. But at least it will be something that will get rid of the point of curse rather than just an obnoxious enemy that has been chasing me throughout this entire biome. 2 curse chests. One is going to be right here. And one is going to be in the 2-cell door. I'll take it. I don't even care if it has significantly less damage and it might not be quite the stat spread that I'm looking for. It's just a better weapon. I just want a better weapon really right now. No, well, didn't really want to do that. Here, deal with that guy for a second. Gets him every time. And then everything else should be much squishier, so I won't really have to deal with the fact that they will be not getting hit by my shots. Really? Come on. You know, the thing is, you might think that it's like, why am I using that for damage? But I actually have a surprisingly high amount of... tactics, all things considered, as of right now. Right? One of the great things about having a rampart like this is that I can rush with relative impunity, because the second that anything starts to go south in any way, I can just parry an enemy, and then I'm out of here. Same thing with this. Grabbing 2 invisibility dealies might be a worthwhile effort. We'll see. I'm not quite sold on it entirely yet, but I do think that there is a case to be made. Here, you guys deal with that. Got him. Okay. Probably am going to want to actually deal with that elite, though, just because otherwise... Well, I've made my choice. Give me a curse chest. Give me something good. That's pretty good, but I don't know if it's quite what I want, though. 100% on poison target. I guess I kind of have some poison synergy, but I don't know. I'm something with limited ammo like that. I'm already working with a bow. I feel like a weapon that I have to retrieve for the bulk of my damage is not going to be a good idea. And here's where the problems come in. Hey, wait, we're gonna go even farther up. Okay, so down here, there's a big, long hallway that I'll be able to kind of walk around, and then when enemies teleport to me, give it one more second, I guess, I'll take them down easier. Deal with that. All right, and there we go. See, no problem. Wasn't even an issue in any way, as much as it might have seemed like it was a little touch and go there for me. Yeah. Here, deal with that. Oh, really close, though. Whoa, okay, so... I know I was complaining about not having damage field elites, but not anymore. There. And 3. Okay, yeah, good. I am quite low on... I am quite low on brutality now. Unfortunately, that's about to be rectified, like, after I already said it. Here, deal with that for a little bit. Give me, like, a good bomb. Yeah, I like this much more than the wolf trap right now. Really? I can't take it, though, because it's like, that's... Ugh. I can't take that just because it's like that's, well, would be curse. And I already worked fairly hard to get rid of the curse that I had already gotten. We don't want to deal with that anymore, at least for the time being. Maybe a little bit later on in the run, but not right now. Okay, Shocker. I want to say that when it comes to rushing it a little bit, Shocker's gonna be #1 issue going on. There we go. But as it stands, though, I'd like to say that I have mostly been pretty successful in my goals as of right now. Okay, well, that was almost something bad, but turned out to be okay anyway. Again, no longer need the cells, so yeah. No longer need the cells, so that's not really too much of an issue anymore. And there. Oh, let's go. Not bad at all. Not going to get the 15-minute door, but I'll live. Oh, I was actually at 46 kills. I might have been... I really thought I was getting hit a lot more than I actually was during that. Oh, well. 39,000? That's not impossible to get. I want to re-roll this one. Okay. All right, I like a lot of the stuff that's going on here right now. And dead inside, just so I don't get too malaised up. And this way, then, Necromancy will, after I kill the boss, take out a majority of that malaise that I got. Because it does it... because it takes away malaise after you kill bosses, I want to say on like a... on a like percentage base, a proportional rate of taking away malaise rather than like a total amount. Okay. Would have liked 100% damage when it comes to poison target on my bow, but I do think that this is pretty nice just for setting up the bomb, which I missed anyway. Okay, great stuff. Okay, let's just be very, very careful and also just start to do this. Okay, good enough. Good enough. A worrying sequence of events, but at least with the shield and everything, I'm able to get all of my arrows back fairly easily. So as much as it's... I was really considering taking like double ammo mutation. Wasn't actually necessary. Still, I am going to have to get a pretty big amount of extra damage coming up. There we are. Ha, nice. Oh, that he wasn't poisoned. But yeah, I'm going to have to deal with getting in... Oh. Well, that sucks. I got to deal with damage pretty soon, is what I'm saying. All right, come on. Jumping means that... Well, as annoying as it is to have lost the perfect kill, I don't know, there's a good chance that, like, whatever the legendary item was going to be wouldn't be all that good anyway. And would have just been some fodder for money anyway. Double notch bow betraying me. Double notch bow betraying me by, also, like, everything's really betraying me just by either by hiding the sweep attack, so I'm getting hit by it way more than I probably should. All right. Didn't think I got him when he was poisoned, but that's fine. Oh, I was kind of hoping that would take him out, but you don't get any extra points for Stylish End after all, and that was not nearly as much infection as I thought it was going to be. As much as I've been talking up Rampart this entire time, I do think that it's... Like, I need damage right now, and that's going to give me some damage comparatively. So I think it's going to be a more worthwhile take in the long run. And here you go. By the way, nothing actually happens. You don't get like a spray of confetti and like a congratulatory tune as soon as that happens. No, you just level it up to 100 and it's finished. And that's all. Cells go back to being something that I just collect so that I have a bigger spray when I die, so it looks nicer. So it looks prettier. All right. Cool. But this is also a good example as to why this shield is going to be pretty nice, potentially. We'll see. Nice. Still worried about that, though. Like, they try to not teleport into you when you're attacking, but at the same time, it's like, you're gonna do it, man. So just do it. All right. Good. I didn't even want to activate those guys, and yet it happened anyway. All right. Just get, like, up a good shield usage ready. Oh, boy. And you guys can deal with that. And all right. Man, you're really just not giving me any breaks here, are you? Again, health, especially knowing that I got, it's like I got a, I have a lot of survival, I have necromancy. It's not going to be an issue as far as health goes. It's more of an issue as far as, no. It's more of an issue as far as, other stuff goes. Apparently I had 2 elites following me around there. Great stuff. I'll just sell them both. I'm not going to take either of these. Because after all, 3 points of survival as of right now is so much more useful than anything else that I would be afforded at this point in time. Unless it was like invisibility. And even then, I wouldn't take it just because it's that cheap. Although, I don't know, it's... In general, I'd like to say, like, invisibility doesn't really win runs because it doesn't do anything for you against bosses. It's really just more of something that helps you deal with the regular enemies a lot better. Speaking of which, wow, look at these guys. Oh, come on. I was kind of hoping to, like... Well, and it's the double trouble elites, too, so, you know... After I fought, what, like 3 elites at one point in time here? It's like, now we're just doing this even more right now. Oh, boy, would I just be so nice if that one thing that I was saying about the extended healing was still true, that you could, or, yeah, that you got, just guaranteed malaise reduction, because I would be, like, swimming in malaise reduction as of right now. Oh, hell yes. This is unquestionably a better take. 90% extra damage when I'm at full health. And it's... Oh, wow. Well, I can't... Well, this is definitely going to be the run now. And I'm going to do this. Which is... I mean, it's not something that I enjoy, but it is something that I feel like is necessary as of right now. Just so... Turn stuff into gold. Value increase if you have less than 46,000 gold. I'm not going to keep this, but I'm going to take it for right now so that I can make sure that I have enough money in the next area to afford a... Make sure that I have enough money to afford... in this area, I mean, in the food shop, to be able to afford a potion charge. Because this is something that could actually be quite nice. Something running around down there that I can kill. And you have 5 things on the list after all. Nope. There would be no real point in taking that anyway as of right now, so... That was never going to happen. I don't know why I even said it like it was. Hopefully I don't have to, like, work my way through the switch as of right now. Oh, well, it doesn't matter anyway. That was a pretty easy room, all things considered. I did miss a scroll of power, though. All right, so, name of the game, don't screw this one up. Are you kidding me? I think I'm just going to go through this area again. Like, I feel like there's a much better chance that I won't die. Ah! Ah! So apparently those guys follow you for, some distance. Right then. What do we got? Maybe like a shield? I could go for a shield. No, I'm not getting anything right now. I need to save up for the potion charge. What am I even saying? So, a bunch of bats. Best thing to see right now would be a whole bunch of bats just kind of hanging around, ready to get killed and get rid of this curse for me. I'm just saying, if you want to show up, welcome you with open arms and all that. Nope. Now, that might have seemed a little bit unnecessary, and you wouldn't be incorrect. However, no, I got no excuse. Okay. Let's just kind of look around for those bats that I was talking about a little bit earlier. Man. This is just not the best setup of stuff now, is it? All right, and oh no! Don't do that to me. Now, the thing is that it's going to come up here. I got my bomb up. I'm going to deal with it when that occurs. Are you kidding me? How did I miss? Like, I was thinking, it's like, well, there's no way that demon would get out of the way of me swinging my symmetrical axe there. That would be ridiculous. That previous run was terrible. I'm not going to end it there, so I got all the way back to this point, and we're going to give it one more try. One more go. Hopefully I'll get farther than, you know, like 5 seconds into the run. At the same time, who knows? Because of how, you know, the... Oh, that was close. Stop doing that! When you don't have ranged weapons, suddenly those guys become your worst enemies, don't they? Alright. And there. Okay. Just gotta cancel out the flawless thrust with a little bit of shield action, and I'm totally okay. But aside from that, I am using Flawless this time. It's actually the very first one that I got in the game, but 100% on poison combined with 40% damage. It's completely worth keeping even this distance into here. Although, if I don't need to buy a potion charge, it might be worth picking up that broadsword instead, just because that would be far more damage than even the Flawless is giving me. And also, I wouldn't need to worry about not losing that as soon as I get hit. Oh, great. I didn't even realize that was... Yeah, not worry about not losing that when I get hit, for example, when that happens right there. When I fight 2 elites at once? Was that what that was? Oh, boy. Really not taking it easy on me here, are they? I feel like that's been every single run that I've been doing thus far. Quickly followed by... Wow. What a time to be alive. Which is a good thing I'm in... Kidding me. This is actually such a good one too. This would be like the ideal amulet to take after if I was doing like a tactics run. Well, I can't use it because it's too cheap. I already said I'm not going to be using it if it's too cheap, and that one is absolutely too cheap. Like, that one's crazy cheap. I can't do that in good conscience. It's absurd. Decent. I'm a big fan of the 2 bombs that I got this run, which are definitely going to be super... Damn it. Stupid shit. Damn it. This is really not going great now, is it? I'll be fine, though. I'll be fine. I'll be totally fine. I mean, I said that if I didn't need to buy a potion charge, then I... would go and do stuff, but apparently I am going to need to go buy a potion charge at this point now. Oh, God. Additionally, what is with all the ridiculous amount of enemies that I'm getting vis-a-vis, nope. Okay. What is the ridiculous amount of enemies that I'm getting, like, in each one of these little tiny areas? Because I feel like it's a lot more than I generally tend to get. Larger areas, filled with more dudes to fight and everything like that, so I don't really know what to think here. Minus 25% damage would be great and everything, but not really what I'm looking for. Alright, well, goes to show you that a good survival run can weather any blows that you give to them. Sorry, Broadsword, maybe in another lifetime, but not this one. What I'm going to be doing now is... Where's the food shop? All the way over there, eh? Okay. And as much as I would like to, it would curse me, and that was kind of my undoing. Are you kidding me? Oh. Awesome. Man, I really just am it's not going great for me, this run, is it now? Okay. Oh, it's an elite. Good. Also just what I need. Okay, okay. And just do that. One more. More parries and tiny area, and take them out here. Easily. Good. I mean, good lord, are there any more enemies that want to come in? Or not come in here? I don't care, whatever. Jesus. Alright. Well, that was a harrowing experience, but it's over now, thankfully. I'll be able to at least replace one of the potion charges that I got here, but anything else... Well, everything else is pretty unlikely to have happen. So let's just get a curse chest here and, pray for my soul, because I'm gonna need it. Nope, not worth it. Blood Shield might be something of a questionable play, just comparatively, but I'd like to say that it's a better one than most of the things that I could possibly be going for. Oh, great. Hate everything about this, but at least I should be able to get rid of the curse easily if I can just find a single extra enemy to fight. I don't even need to, like, fight a new enemy here. I can just look for you when you get the shield off you. And that'll do it. All right. I mean, as nice as this run is and everything, it's like there are still clearly some issues just in general with fighting with the ridiculous amount of enemies that require fighting as of right now. At least the bombs are helping a lot. I mean, I said that they were kind of a get-out-of-jail-free card, and that does remain true as of right now. Bam. Good. And good. All right, good and great. Good. All right, get to the potion shop. The potion shop. Potion seller. I require your strongest shops. Okay, that was close. Whatever. As long as you get parries on those guys, they aren't too bad, but if you don't get parries on those guys, they tend to be quite the issue. That said, Bloodthirsty Shield really working out quite well to take out a huge amount of enemies, even if it's not particularly strong, just the huge AoE is worthwhile alone. Well, maybe there would be one more chance at a food shop if I went into the cavern. Should I go into the cavern, though? I think is the better question here. And the answer is yes. Let's go into the cavern. Why not? Hey, it's a fun time. Okay, punishment is not necessarily a better shield, but it does do the whole AoE damage thing, and it's just straight damage rather than mucking about with some bloodiness. So I'm gonna give it a try. Gonna give it an attempt. Gonna see how that goes. No promises, but I do think that it could. There's a good chance that it could be quite good. For example, let's try it here. Not bad. A little bit more damage comparatively. Yep, that killed that dude before even got the chance to do anything. So, I don't know. What? I guess we'll see. Anybody else? Ah, can I get him? Well. Ton of damage taken. Not that bad, though, because I'll be able to alleviate a lot of the damage that I took there just through my... Just through my necromancy alone. So I'm not worried about that, but I am worried about the melees being taken eventually. Especially because I'm thinking that that's probably going to be more and more of an issue with time. Largely due to It's the curse chest? Oh boy. Well, give her a try. Yeah, I'm worried about the melees just because, you know, survival. That's what you gotta worry about with survival, really. 24 points of survival, though, is not too shabby at all. Let's just see if I got any ability to actually use that. Alright, grab that potion charge. Get out of here ASAP. Oh, I could probably take out a couple. Yeah, this is... I know these are famous last words, but, maybe not. It's like, you know, what's the better option here? Going for maybe a couple kills here. Going for a couple kills in the cavern, which is going to be both just completely terrible in all respects of the word. I think I'm just going to go for the cavern, actually, because I want to say that as of right now, I feel like I am getting closer and closer to... Great. Although... Good. Okay, fine. There's not a whole lot of enemies that are not going to be completely terrible to fight coming up here. Let's just say that. Anybody? Nope. Although... Oh, God. Okay. All right. Man, this is just absurd, isn't it? Hey. One... Well, I guess we're going to be taking out this guy then. Giving me a few choices in the matter. Oh, well, that wasn't even that bad at all, actually. And I guess I'm going to take out that demon and then at least not have to worry about curse, which will be something. One. Are you kidding me? Okay, there we go. Not the best, but either you slam with the best or you jam with the rest and all that, and that's words I live by, really. Cool. So I need, like, I don't know, like 200,000, 250,000 to actually get the food stuff, or the potion charge in the next area, but I don't know. Considering the amount of elites I've been fighting, maybe there's a chance. I mean, I'm not saying there's a high chance, but I'm just saying maybe it's possible. I guess we'll see when we get there. As I don't think there's anything left to do in here now, is there? Nope. Cavern ahoy. Switch out Spiteful for... Actually, switch out Alienation for a little bit more... A little bit something like a Dead Inside instead, and then just... Yeah, why not? Alright, so, Dead Inside. Yeah! That's what I like doing. Because now, parries are suddenly going to be a lot more useful. And also, they heal a lot more than just killing an enemy. So, maybe? Maybe. We'll see. It'll encourage me to do some more parryings, if nothing else. And it won't even be that many more parries that I need to do to get to full health. I mean, 3% is a lot. Although it only really works, what, once per enemy or so? Good God. At least punishment is taking out these guys pretty easily. Whoa, watch out. Try it again. And bam. the bombs also may be equally, if not more effective than on that front alone. Okay, there we go. 30,000 damage that I'm getting from my flawless right now. That critical's doing pretty all right. Gonna do that, and oh no, it's a box. That was scary, but it worked. And yeah, sure. Again, the items that you get in here are crazy good. And there we go. Unfortunately, don't get the heal for the parry there. Oh, don't! Okay, thank you. I couldn't remember if like items that fall off the edges of places definitely do not respawn, but it seems that nope. Right. Seems that scrolls do come back, thankfully. It seems like I got hit by something. The fact that I... Whoa! Yeah! Gotta start getting some parries here. Oh, and here's a good opportunity. Nice and nice. Okay. Oh, the bombs. The bombs are kind of the #1 thing here. So, you know, why am I not going for bombs against these guys? Well, that's a good question that I do not have an answer to. There we go. I guess it's because I just want to do the parries. The parries are fun. They're an important part of the game. Important part of... And there we go. Important part of doing everything here. Can't believe I got hit by one of those crystal things there. Usually that's supposed to be something to help you out, not something to hurt you here. And yet, look at me just... Oh, I wanted to keep that failed experiment alive. Same thing there, but, you know. What's he about to do? Oh, okay. Really don't want to mess around with those ground shakers too much because they have been frightening. I guess it's just unfortunate that as soon as I took what doesn't kill me, it actually is... I forgot that not a whole lot of these enemies in this area are going to give me any sort of benefit from using that. Getting plenty of parries, but not any that are healing me, which is important. And I don't think you can parry those guys. Let's just kind of. Okay, it doesn't even matter anyway. All right. Well, hey, 81,000. I mean, maybe my dream is not entirely out of reach as far as getting a potion charge goes. I doubt it, but hey, who knows? Who knows? Necromancy would have definitely been the better mutation. Yeah, that's... I think there's nothing else to take away from this. It's that you gotta go to an area where there are actually going to be dudes doing melee attacks. Excuse me. Pardon me. Pardonnez-moi. Yeah. A lot of really good stuff happening here for you guys, I see. Not too great for me. I mean, I'm doing all right, I'd like to say, you know, outside of the video game, but here it's mostly a lot of stress happening right now. Not a fan. Managed to get out of there okay, though. Starting version of... Just like to point out, I'm still using the starting version of my Flawless, which is crazy. That is not something you'll want to do, I would like to say, 99.9% of the time. This one's just too good. Yeah. Sure. The stats are... I mean, got bleed when parry, burn, spreads inflammable oil at the same time, too. Whoa! You, who I'm not just a fan of in general. Okay. And that should have also taken out the guy. Ah! That should also have taken out that slammer down here as well, I should hope. Yes. Are you kidding me? Oh, it's very frustrating. I'm going to have to go down a potion charge. Are you not dead? I can't even believe that. There, at least that. I mean, it's like demons are not the best way to get parries off here, but at least it's something. Come on, give me a parry. That'll work, I guess. Then just get rid of you guys immediately, and then deal with that immediately. Okay, good enough. Whatever. Okay. Man, but it's not. That's just a curse waiting to happen. I might as well go take a curse chest instead. There is one in this area, a single one. There. Oh wow. Okay. All right. More failed experiments, please. If you would. Just like, you know, more of that. More of that. Can I just get that sort of thing happening? Yeah. Only get one heal per each kill, though, so that's not really tremendously helpful. Yeah, nah. Not going to deal with that. That is a bombable offense, what they did there. That is not, though. This is. Boy, I hate those guys. All right. Ooh, boy's axe. What do we got? Shots explode into toxic cloud and 100% on a poison target. That's so good. Like, Diddy's absurdly good. It's too bad that I'm not using... Like, this is the one time where the build is just not... It's not matching up. Whoa, dude. Take a chill pill or whatever. Since I'm remembering things from the early 2000s. Along with the smooth stuff. Flawless. Definitely a good take. Definitely very happy with what I've gotten out of that weapon right now. Actually, like, the 1% healed would be maybe not the worst option. Just saying. Like, I could easily see myself taking that and being completely satisfied with it. Anything else? Yes? Nope, we're just gonna... That is, again, a bombable offense, which is what I'm calling these things now. Hi. Okay. Okay. Just gonna do that, and we're gonna... Oh, wow. Look at this. Get in, like, a really tiny area and use that old strategy, which never is not effective. Okay, thank God for the parry. And bam. Right, like 1 second. Oh, come on, you know what I want. Give me that parry. Give me that sick parry. Oh, that parry's so good. And I got hit anyway. Well. Can I please have, like, it's so close. This would actually be something really great. 25,000, I might be able to actually make that. Potentially. And bam. And done. Really? That didn't take him out? Kind of surprised. This is maybe the most powerful that I can... Hi! This is maybe the most powerful that I can possibly get a shield as of right now. So to see it not actually effectively working, just do that a bunch of times. Okay. much better would this be if I took it? Not really that much better. What's got... I guess damage inflicted on enemies is kind of the optimal choice right now. I'm very close to grabbing the tonic, which will make sure that my healing is no longer a problem. And then I don't even have to get rid of it, because if I do happen to use a potion charge, then I'll be able to get another tonic usage. All right, then. Anybody else want to try their hand? Okay, let's just... There we go. Ground Shakers, thankfully, as tough as they are no match for Flawless. All right, then. Okay. If there's anybody else that wants to take me on, thinks they're headstrong to take me on, perhaps headstrong to take on anything, including me? Who knows? I'm interested in what you're selling. All right, so Flawless would be better just in kind of like a general sense due to, you know, like on if I'm able to keep up my Flawless streak. But this still has 100% on poisoned enemies, so, and an extra point of survival, so I don't trust myself to not get hit, especially when it comes to fighting some sort of giant skeleton, which I'm having premonitions of seeing in the future. Ah! I saw you there! Don't even think you can fool me for even a second. Okay. 25 points of survival, and it is not too shabby. That's what I'm looking for. Do it. I would like to say that most people, when the shovel is a great weapon, and it's a very fun, goofy weapon to use. So 100% worthwhile at this point in time. I got one parry, but not the other. There we go. Are you kidding me? Come on, just hit him. It's just this. This doesn't have that small of a range, I think. All right, one flask, a charge on the flask, which, as nice as that would be, the tonic seems to be the pretty clear choice. Like, I highly doubt I'm getting another 120,000 gold in this area. Would have also taken Necromancy if that happened to be a choice, but not so much. Much, much better. And keep that around just in case I decide to use it again, because there is a... Because if I have to use another potion charge, that will also refill that. Also, nice thing about the shovel is that it instantly gets rid of that, so not too disappointed with that at all. Are you kidding me? There. Blocking their own fireballs with their own ineptitude. Which turns out good for them, but bad for me. What do you got? Nothing even remotely good. Shovel and Punishment is a pretty nice combination, just to say the least. I think Punishment is a great shield overall. You get a lot of DPS out of that. You get a lot of... DPS. It's also, you know, big AoE, which can be something of an issue when you're working with a... survival build like this. Anything else I need to do here? Nah? I'm not even going to go back and sell that syringe. It's not worthwhile. Shovel, of course, is just a fast weapon. Fast weapon, got that knockback, got that, it's a shovel. Gardening implements never doing so much damage as this. Alright, honestly, I would probably have tried to reroll my mutations to not have, what doesn't kill me, but, maybe get rid of a little bit of this malaise, but I guess that's not going to be a possibility at this point in time. Bam, let's go. Okay. I get the distinct possibility that a lot of the damage is going to come off of 1, bombs, and 2, the shield. And okay, and alright, there we go. Well, I mean, the damage is not amazing, but, you know, it's good. Oh, I didn't get the parry. Number one thing I probably want to watch out for right now is... there. And there we go. And let's be honest, I'm going to do this real quick. Okay. Hey. Still hard to get this in, to get the giant, like, to be hit by melee attacks. Uh-oh. I hate this attack so much. Oh, yeah. If he gets that one full, his other hand fully charged up, not too bad at all. That hand fully charged up, just the worst to fight. I do not have the timing for that one down, which is unfortunate.